This is part 2 of our labrum tear video. So these are 4 steps to get out of pain with a labrum tear. If you didn't watch our first video on the anatomy and the biomechanics, it's really not going to make a ton of sense of what we're trying to accomplish. So check out the first video before you go into this one. Now let's talk about exactly what we're going to do. We're getting thoracic mobility. We talked about that. We looked at the anatomy of it. Now we need to use a double lacrosse balls or a towel roll, something to roll up to be able to push up on us. So the first thing we're going to do is work on thoracic mobility. So I'm going to lay down and I'm loosening up my thoracic spine. We sit at desks for too long. We're piddling around looking at a desk. We're in the office gremlin position. We're looking at our phone. We're laying down collagen all the time. Then we sleep at night in this position, so we're all curled up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay down on this double lacrosse balls, and I'm in between my shoulder blades, right underneath my shoulder blades, and I do a chin tuck, and I breathe and relax. Now, I can go like this. I don't want to go palms down because that makes my shoulder blade rise up. I can go out like this, squeezing my shoulder blades down and back, and then I just totally relax. I breathe and relax. We do 5 breaths right here, just relaxing, keeping our knees bent. We keep pressure on it. I do my 5 breaths, and then I'm gonna shimmy down about an inch, and I do the same thing right here. If this causes any pain to your shoulder, then you don't have the mobility to do it just yet. So just put your hands right here on your chest and you'll be fine. Just work your way up to be able to get your arms out. You can start right here and then you can come down like this and then you can start working your arms up. And that's what we do with clients. So I'm breathing and relaxing right here, 5 breaths. I'm in 3 spots right here. Breathe and relax, sinking down into it. Working my way up. Over a 2-week period, you should be able to have the mobility to just totally relax down and open up that chest. Don't ever push yourself too fast. The issue with the labrum tear is that it pushes on the edges of the labrum. This joint, this bone presses on the edges of the labrum. We talked about it in the first video, but this one, we're pushing on the edges right there. We need that shoulder blade to get down and glide. So the second thing we're gonna do is we're gonna lay down on this double lacrosse balls right here to the side. And so I'm gonna lay down right here. We call this the Hollywood. So I'm digging into these muscles. They're my rotator cuff muscles and my lat. And they typically get really tight on us. So I'm just loosening that up. Same thing, this is gonna be really tender. So I just breathe and relax right here. I don't have great biomechanics of my shoulder joint. It's not gliding and it's not balanced if we have a labrum tear, and that starts pressing on those edges. And so we're decreasing that stress. We're creating balance in that joint, and we do it by increasing mobility first. So I'm gonna find 3 different spots, and each one I'm gonna be in there for about 20 seconds. So I'm just breathing and relaxing and let the ball do its work. Let gravity push you down into the ball, and then I slide it down and I get right here. I have a torn labrum in this shoulder in the front and in the back of my right shoulder. So I do these things on a daily basis to make sure I have good balance because I sit for long periods of time. So remember, we're gonna hit 3 different spots right here on the side, and I'm gonna hold each one for about 20 seconds. Just breathe and relax. Now, number 3 is we get into the exercises. So after I've increased that mobility and I've increased my ability to go into extension and to get those shoulder blades to glide down, now I have to take the shoulder blades into that range of motion and get stronger. So I can do this and go into external rotation as far as I want. But what I'm looking to do is make this one unit right here and then squeeze my shoulder blades down and back. So when I do that, I'm activating the muscles around my shoulder blades so that my shoulder blades lead the motion, and that creates balance for this joint right here. The more balance you have for the labrum, the better, so you stop pressing on those edges and it'll stop popping out of place. So I haven't had my left shoulder pop out of place in the last probably 5 years because I do this stuff consistently. So I'm just doing 15 reps, squeezing down and back. I maintain a chin tuck, and I'm pinching my shoulder blades together, really opening up the chest each time. And I'm maintaining that position. I wanna keep tension through the band while I do this. So I'm keeping tension in the band, pulling those shoulder blades down and back each time, opening up the chest. And that's exercise number 1. So we knock that out. We do 2 sets of 15, just activating those muscles. And then we're gonna do something we call Batmans. So I'm gonna lay down face down on this table. You can do it on the bed, you can do it on pillows, you can do it on a ball, you can do it on a bench. like having that space to be able to come up, and I'm gonna turn my palms up and I'm gonna tuck my chin at the same time. And so I wanna maintain that position. We end up treating probably 50 labral tears a year, and we do this with all of our clients, and they create balance in the right areas. But the most important thing is that we teach them what to do at home. And so we're getting in there and breaking up that tissue and then teaching them the exercises. And you're learning it from your home right now of exactly what the home exercise program, because that's the most important component, is that they're reinforcing that balance on a daily basis. That's what's going to get you good long-term outcomes. So number 4 is laying down. We do these Batmans. So I'm going to lay down with my face just barely off the bed, and then I squeeze my shoulder blades down and back, and I'm maintaining this position right here. I'm holding this for 30 seconds. I want to activate those muscles. With your off hand, go ahead and tap right here and make sure that your upper trap is not firing right there. We don't want our upper trap firing while we're doing it, because we're actually activating the lower trap. We're pushing down and back, and we're maintaining that for 30 seconds. We do that for 2 sets. If you do this twice a day, then you're not going to have that labrum problem. You're not going to have that pain. You're going to have the tear. The surgeries aren't really good. I mean, that's the reality of it. The surgeries have a high reincidence, like reoccur rate. Like, so I had a friend in college that played football with me. He tore his labrum 3 times while we were playing together, and that was over a 2-year period. So the surgeries are not great on it. If it's huge and your shoulder keeps popping out of place, then you need to have surgery. But if you can decrease it by activating the right muscles, there's no reason to have shoulder. I have 2 tears, so I have one in the left shoulder, one in the right shoulder, and they don't give me problems. So I want to make sure that you know whether you need surgery or not. So you got to give it at least 2 weeks of sparking up these muscles and getting that mobility, and then you got to be consistent with it. So twice a day is what we want to do. Make sure that you check out the first video on labral tears, and then also check out our videos on shoulder impingement, because they really go hand in hand with shoulder mechanics. We'll see you in the next video. Get mobile and stay active.